Have you ever wondered why some people get fluent in a language while others don't? The only difference between them, one thing. Let's say you have two people. They use the same resources, the same methods, and the same amount of time. For the person A, when he hits a frustrating moment, let's say he cannot understand a native speaker, he will say to himself, I'm not good at that, Korean is not for me. And in his action, he will study less, he will avoid difficult content and eventually stop. Result, he will quit. For the person B, when he will reach the same frustrating moment, he will think, this is hard right now, that's okay. What do I need to do differently? And his action is going to analyze the problem, adjust the method, and keep on. And the result, he will break through. He will speak the target language at the end. This reveals that in the same situation, you can have different thoughts that will result in different realities. In this video, I'm going to share with you why having a strong mindset will determine the results you are going to have in your language learning journey. The only difference between someone who will succeed and someone who will fail is the absence of negative anticipation. In other words, your judgment. Based on your thought or your mindset, will it be positive or negative, you are going to determine your reaction when encountering a difficulty. If you think, oh, this is hard, this is not for me, you are thinking in a negative way and you are judging yourself. Otherwise, if you think in a positive or optimistic way, will it be, okay, this is hard right now. What can I do to make things easier? What are the other solutions? You are more solution focused, and this will help you a lot for keeping the momentum. 1 year ago, there is something that I discovered that resonates with me is the following. What you think will become true. In other words, if I'm really convinced that I can learn Korean, I will. Because if I really think in something, I'm going to build this momentum by starting doing some actions in order to reach my goals. Taking these actions will shape my reality, and then at the end, if my thoughts are really strong, I will succeed in doing so. But on the contrary, if I'm really convinced that, for example, Korean is not for me, I cannot learn this language, it will end up that I'm going to stop doing the actions. So if I stop, listening content, speaking, etc., it will end up that nothing is going to happen. So I will be right. If I'm really convinced that I cannot learn Korean, I will not speak Korean at the end. First, you have your thoughts that are going to generate your actions that are going to shape your reality. And this is not the other way around. And also, if someone already succeeds in having the results you want in your situation, in the same situation than you can do it. Especially for learning language, because it just works. You just have to listen content, to think a little bit. Everyone can do it. So you don't have any excuse. What you think will become true. And this is how things works. When you learn a language or another skill, at some point you are going to reach some difficulties. And the reaction on how to cope with these difficulties will determine your results and what you are going to be able to do when learning these skills. Because let's say you reach a difficulty, it's like if the universe is testing your mindset. If you reach a difficulty and you are saying to yourself, oh, that's not for me, I cannot do that, this is too difficult, this is going to be like that every time, you're judging yourself and you don't really believe in your capacity to overcome these difficulties. Otherwise, if you say, okay, that's complicated, but I'm going to find a solution, each time you reach a problem, you put your focus and actions in how to solve this problem in order to keep on. This mindset will be the best when you will have to cope with the difficulties. So I can just say you to be problem solving oriented if you reach a difficulty. Now I'm going to give you a plan in order for you to never quit, will it be when learning a language or another skill. First, you have to have a very strong why. If you have a very strong why, nothing is going to stop you. So I can just recommend you to watch my video where I speak with you on how to find your why and how to make it unshakable. The second thing is that try to find inspiring figures, people who already succeed in having what you want, that maybe were in the same situation than you, because this is going to be very inspiring for you and also during your journey. Third point, get in a community or surround yourself with people sharing the same goals than you. You're going to realize that all your doubts, all your difficulties are the same than other people. And then this is going to be easier for you to keep the momentum, because when you share everything with other people that share the same goal than you, this makes the thing very easier to keep the momentum after the month and the years. Finally, the last point, when you reach a difficulty, trying to find a solution for your problem instead of judging yourself, because judging yourself is not going to help you reaching your goals. And everyone I know or I watch on YouTube or elsewhere that succeeded in reaching their goals, they have this mindset. So you can do the same. I hope this video gave you some interesting insight on how to have a strong mindset. If you enjoy this video, please give me a like, post a comment, subscribe. This will help me a lot. And I see you in another video, guys. Bye.